Okay, let's take a look at how to create a cue track in PolyNome. For example, you want a click track for a song, which tells you when the chorus is coming up or when the next verse is coming up. And so we're going to do that in the library within a playlist. So we'll go to the playlists tab at the top, tap plus, new playlist, and I'm going to call this simple song. Just for demonstration purposes, this is going to be a short one. So first of all, we tap on the pencil in this ribbon at the bottom to go into edit mode, and then tap on plus, and we'll add a rhythm/bar. So this is just a basic simple rhythm, and we'll call it intro. So it's in 4/4. I'll tap on plus, and this will be based on whatever your template preset in the presets library is set to. So you can configure that to be your favorite click sounds or whatever you like. So we've configured what we want our click to sound like, and now we need to set up the number of bars for the intro, verse, etc. So we'll go back to the playlist, and I'll tap on this gear button on the right hand side and say we want the intro to be 2 bars. This is just so I can demonstrate playing through this afterwards. Now let's create a verse. I will long press on this, and I'll choose duplicate item with new name and call it verse. And then I'll do another one, long press, duplicate item with new name, and call it chorus. So you just work your way through the song and do that, and then you would set the reps for each of those by tapping on the gear button and choosing how long each section will be. So if I play this right now, you can see that we have 2 bars of intro, and then it will move on to the next, which is verse, and then it will move on to the chorus. So what I want to do is have it read out and announce what's coming next. So we do that in the settings down at the bottom. So I'll tap on the auto advance settings here. So we have auto advance and play when advancing. That's what's allowing it to move through those items. And then we can choose ready and voice cue and voice announce item. And I'm going to choose 1 bar before. So that's going to say verse 3, 4, and go into the verse. So this is how it sounds now.
Intro, verse, ready, and chorus, ready, and.
Okay, so that's how it is going to move through the song, and you can set the lengths of each of those things. And if you want, you can customize what it reads out by either changing the name of the preset or by tapping on that gear button again. And the cue sound, you can choose text, then you can type whatever you like. So you could choose verse 2 here or whatever you want. And you can even customize the clicks for each section. So it could be in a different time signature. You could have 16th in the chorus. Now notice that all of these are set to 100 BPM, but if I wanted to change the tempo of the song and I hit the plus here, it's only affecting the chorus. So you can, of course, change the tempos of individual sections. But if you want to set all of the tempos, you can go into edit and select mode, which is this, and select the things you want to change. And then you can use the plus and minus, or you can set the tempo by tapping on the tempo, and that's setting it for everything that's selected. Now, if you're going to be playing live and you want to play one song after another, you're going to need to create each song as an individual playlist. So let me show you some tricks here. So I can tap on this and duplicate the playlist. And this is now called single song copy. And I'm going to do that again. Copy, copy. I'm going to go into the library and we can see those here. I'm going to rename these to different things. So I'll long press on this and rename to song 2. And I'll rename this one here to song 3. So when it comes to playing the gig, you want to create a playlist which has all of these one after another. So to do that, in the library down here, while viewing playlists, you tap on the 3 dots at the top and choose select, and then choose the songs in the order you want. So let's say we'll go song 2, simple song, song 3. Once you've selected them, tap on actions at the bottom and choose merge to new, and that will give you a new playlist. So tonight gig, I'll hit OK, and that gives us this playlist which has those songs in order with a nice big title at the top, and then intro, verse, chorus, And notice that this intro here has a red stop on the left, and that means that it's not automatically going to advance into that song. It's going to stop when it reaches it. So to give you an example of that, I'll play from the verse in the first song.
Verse. Chorus. Ready, and.
And then when it finishes, it gets ready to start the next song. And finally, if you have charts for these things, you could add those to the header of each song by long pressing on header, choosing attach file, and you can choose a file from your library. So let's say I'll use this one. And so when you're playing that song, you'll see that you get this banner has an attachment, tap it to view, and you can view your chart. And if you're using this on an iPad, you can have the chart on one side of the screen and you can have the click and the tempos and things on the other side of the screen. And you could, in fact, have the header in the playlist that you created and attach the file to that. And then whenever you go into a song and you create a playlist with them all of the attachments will be there. So you'll be able to create multiple different playlists and you'll always have the chart that you need with the song that you need. So that's cue tracks and playlists in PolyNome.